In 1892, a photograph taken in Rogueville, Michigan, shows thousands of bison skulls piled high at the Michigan Carbon Works. These skulls were processed into various industrial products such as glue, dye, ink, fertilizer, and bone char, essential for sugar refining. The mass killing of bison had a profound impact on the ecosystem and the livelihoods of Native Americans, symbolizing the exploitation and industrialization of natural resources during this era. This image serves as a stark reminder of the Wild West's darker aspects, where the drive for economic gain led to significant environmental and cultural consequences, altering American history irreversibly. But before we start our story, smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you won't miss any new stories. Buffalo Bill, born William Cody, became a legendary figure in American history for his extraordinary hunting skills, having killed nearly 50 bison in 18 months during the 1860s. His fame as a hunter and frontiersman led him to create Buffalo Bill's Wild West show in 1883, which captivated audiences with dramatic reenactments of frontier life. This show played a significant role in shaping the popular perception of the Wild West, blending entertainment with historical narrative. Buffalo Bill's exploits and entrepreneurial spirit embodied the adventurous and often perilous lifestyle of the era, making him an enduring icon of the West Coast's colorful history. In the 1800s, homesteaders in the western U.S. were enticed by the promise of substantial rewards under the Homestead Act. Pioneers who successfully cultivated 160 acres of land were granted what would amount to $800K in today's money. This government initiative aimed to populate and develop the Wild West, transforming vast, uncharted territories into thriving communities. The promise of land ownership attracted many, shaping the course of American history and the expansion of the West Coast. These pioneers faced immense challenges, but their perseverance laid the foundation for modern America, turning the Wild West's rugged landscapes into productive and prosperous regions. Annie Oakley, a legendary markswoman, is shown performing a trick shot using a pocket mirror to aim behind her. Her exceptional shooting skills, honed from childhood, earned her fame as the star of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. Oakley's talents captivated audiences and challenged traditional gender roles, making her a pioneering figure in American history. Her performances highlighted the adventurous and daring spirit of the Wild West. Blending entertain Annie Oakley's legacy endures as a symbol of empowerment and excellence, reflecting the diverse contributions of individuals who shaped the cultural fabric of the West Coast and beyond. In 1907, the children of rural Okanogan, Washington, displayed remarkable resourcefulness by riding a cow to school due to the absence of buses. This quaint image captures the ingenuity and resilience of families living in one of the last European-settled regions in Washington. The use of a cow for transportation underscores the challenges faced by rural communities in the Wild West, where conventional infrastructure was often lacking, but it does seem functional. Okanogan served as a vital route to British Columbia, reflecting its strategic importance in the region's development. This snapshot of everyday life offers a glimpse into the inventive solutions adopted by early settlers to navigate their rugged environment. This 1,894 photograph captures a sandstorm about to engulf Midland, Texas, an area known for its booming oil industry. Sandstorms were a common and formidable natural challenge in the West, forcing residents to seek shelter from the fierce winds and blinding dust. These storms posed significant hazards, disrupting daily life and causing damage to property and agriculture. The resilience of the people living in Midland and other parts of the Wild West is evident in their ability to endure such harsh environmental conditions. This image highlights the intersection of natural forces and human endeavor in the rugged landscape of American history. Taken in 1886 near the Nueces River in Texas, this photograph shows Apache prisoners, including the renowned leader Geronimo, on their way to Florida. Many were held at Fort Marion in St. Augustine, or relocated to Alabama. The image underscores the harsh treatment and forced relocations faced by Native Americans during this period. The capture and imprisonment of Geronimo and his followers marked a significant event in the history of the Wild West, reflecting the intense conflict between the U.S. government and Native American tribes. This picture highlights the human cost of westward expansion and the enduring struggle for Native American rights and autonomy. In 1904, men gathered in a tent for a land auction in California. Prices for land had risen significantly from the earlier 5 an acre, with some lots selling for around $1,450, equivalent to nearly $50 today. These auctions represented the growing demand for property in the burgeoning state. The dramatic increase in land prices illustrates the rapid development and economic opportunities that attracted people to California. It was a good investment at the time. The photograph of a land auction highlights the speculative nature of land ownership during this period, capturing the excitement and competition among settlers and investors eager to capitalize on the expanding frontier IT with remarkable skill. Hazen, Nevada, founded in 1903, quickly developed a reputation for its saloons and other disreputable venues catering to laborers working on a nearby irrigation project. Despite its small population, the town became notorious for frequent hangings, reflecting the lawlessness that often characterized the Wild West. These establishments provided a place for workers to unwind and indulge, contributing to Hazen's economy. However, the prevalence of such venues also highlighted the darker side of frontier life, where vice and violence were commonplace. Hazen's history offers a glimpse into the chaotic and often brutal reality of life in small Wild West towns during American history. Bass Reeves, a former enslaved person, became the first black deputy marshal in the late 1800s, operating in what is now Oklahoma and Arkansas. Known for his relentless pursuit of justice, Reeves apprehended 3 outlaws, including his son, establishing a legacy as a formidable lawman in the Wild West. His career as a deputy marshal challenged the racial prejudices of the time, showcasing his extraordinary skills and dedication to law enforcement. Bass Reeves' remarkable achievements and steadfast commitment to justice made him a legendary figure in American history, representing the diverse and often overlooked contributions of black individuals in the westward expansion. The Klondike Dance Hall and Saloon in Seattle, Washington in 1909 was infamous for indecent acts, yet generated substantial revenue for the city equivalent to over $2 million today. Despite its reputation, the Klondike symbolized the complex moral fabric of early 20th century cities, where vice and prosperity coexisted in shaping urban identity. At the same time, the Anti-Saloon League led the temperance movement, pushing to eliminate alcohol consumption. It clashed with the culture of saloon-dominated towns in the Wild West, where drinking was deeply ingrained. This tension reflected a broader cultural conflict that would culminate in Prohibition, revealing the deep divide between reformist ideals and frontier lifestyles. Public executions offered grim reminders of the era's harsh justice. During the U.S. Dakota War of 1862, settlers fled violent clashes over land rights in Minnesota. The aftermath included the largest mass execution in U.S. history. These events demonstrated the violent consequences of expansion and the devastating toll it took on both native and settler communities. Far from open skies and cowboy hats, many toiled underground, including children guiding mules through narrow mining tunnels. These scenes revealed the often ignored hardships faced by the youngest laborers, challenging the idealized image of life in the Wild West. In 1876, the Battle of Little Bighorn in Montana saw Plains Indians, including the Lakota, Arapaho, and Northern Cheyenne, defeat Custer's 7th Cavalry. This resistance, led by Crazy Horse, marked a significant victory in the ongoing struggle over land and autonomy. But the grim aftermath, symbolized by photos of scattered bones, revealed the cost of defiance. By 1906, American and indigenous identities were visibly entwined. A photo of a Gros Ventre encampment in Montana showed traditional teepees alongside American flags. One final photo from 1865 portrayed Ponca chiefs during a U.S. delegation. The tribe would soon face forced displacement under the Trail of Tears. Their calm yet firm expressions captured a moment of dignity in the face of relentless oppression. The Ponca story, like that of many native tribes, serves as a testament to endurance amid injustice. Active from 1895 to 1896, the Rufus Buck Gang, composed of Black and Creek Indian members, committed a series of crimes in Indian Territory near Oklahoma. Captured and executed at Fort Smith, they were unique for being the only individuals executed for a non-capital crime by Judge Isaac C. Parker's court. Their brief but violent spree highlights the complexities of law and order in the Wild West, where diverse groups often clashed with legal authorities. In 1905 Texas, hauling water was a demanding necessity. With scarce water sources, settlers relied on horse-drawn wagons to collect and transport it, often over long distances. This daily challenge highlights the resourcefulness required for survival and the grit of frontier life. The completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 revolutionized transportation, connecting Iowa to San Francisco with 911 miles of track. It cost $60 million and thousands of lives. Despite these hardships, it was a defining feat of engineering that transformed commerce and migration, shaping the modern American West. Anadarko, Oklahoma, seen in 1901, became home to several native tribes, including the Delaware Nation and the Wichita. Known as the Indian capital of the nation, it symbolized the intersection of indigenous heritage and American expansion. The area's development highlights the often tense interactions between native populations and settlers during this period. In Kansas, a cowboy herding cattle at Sherman Ranch captured the relentless labor that defined the West. While a cow cost just $4.7 in the early 1900s, that figure has since soared, reflecting the changing economy of the cattle industry. Cowboys were central to this system, enduring harsh conditions to manage vast herds. Corinne, Utah, stood out as a place of religious tolerance in the Wild West. Almost named Utah's capital, Corinne welcomed settlers of all faiths. Early photographs reveal a hopeful, inclusive town striving for growth and harmony in a region often marked by conflict and division. The gold rush of the mid-1800s brought over 300 people to San Francisco, rapidly transforming it into a bustling urban center. Temporary tent cities gave way to permanent structures like saloons, hotels, and stores, turning the area into a symbol of opportunity and ambition. Dodge City, Kansas, founded in 1875, quickly became a landmark in the Wild West with historical sites such as the Fort Dodge Jail and Boot Hill Museum. The city's first home, constructed in 1871, was a humble sod house, marking the beginning of its development. This modest dwelling symbolized the rugged determination of early settlers who braved the frontier's challenges. As Dodge City grew, it evolved into a bustling center of commerce and law enforcement, playing a crucial role in the westward expansion of the United States. The city's origins, encapsulated by its first home, reflect the pioneering spirit that shaped American history. The Table Bluff Hotel and Saloon in California, owned by Seth Kinman, was a bustling community hub in the late 1800s. Later linked to the 1970s Evangelical Jesus movement, the building's transformation reflected the evolving cultural layers of the West Coast. Once a rowdy stop for travelers, it became a place of spiritual revival and embodiment of the changing tides of Western history. Cowboys in the Wild West faced a reality far grimmer than romantic tales suggest. Their daily routines involved herding cattle across harsh terrain, enduring extreme weather, injury risks, and long hours. Practical clothing spurs, chaps, hatswas, essential for survival, offering protection and mobility. Though iconic today, cowboy gear was born of necessity, not fashion. Clancy's Saloon in Skagway, Alaska, captured in 1897, was a crucial stop for prospectors during the Klondike Gold Rush. As a social gathering spot, it offered a sense of community amidst harsh conditions. The preserved town still echoes the rush for gold and the rugged life that came with it. The 10th Cavalry Regiment Buffalo Soldiers, formed in the 1880s, faced racism and brutal conditions yet became essential in expanding America's western frontier. Respected by Native Americans for their courage, they fought in key battles and built vital infrastructure. Their contributions, often overlooked, are central to the story of the Wild West. The legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers highlights the important and often overlooked role of African American troops in shaping the Wild West.